Hey everybody, welcome back to Random Rants with Brooklyn. I'm your host, Brooklyn. Today's random rant is kind of actually really random. It's about uh the unnecessariness of school subjects that we are required to take. So let's jump into the rant for today. First of all, I want to say that I hope this works for my mic because I kind of had a struggle because I'm using my headphones right now as my mic and I don't know if it's picking up the sound great. So let's just hope it is. So first of all, I assume school has started for most people, which is another thing. Like, I remember school starting, like, when I was in first grade, or kindergarten, or whatever. I remember school started, like, after Labor Day. Like, Labor Day was the last long weekend before school started, and then now I'm starting in August, like, the beginning of August. One of my friends is starting school in July, like, middle of July, and I'm like, wow, okay, you do you. Back to the rant for today. So, first of all, I just want to say high school is very difficult and I know what I want to do with my life. I know what I am going to do with my life, and that has nothing to do with algebra and learning that the x factor is equal to 1/2 of the y factor plus z. And I'm like, I don't need this for life, but okay. And then I know that I have to learn geometry at some point, and it's like, I don't want to do this. And like biology is the source of a lot of my hyperfixations. But still, like the stuff we learn in biology, we have to like make these rubrics, PowerPoints, and I'm like, I don't want to learn this stuff because it's not necessary. Like unless I'm going to go into a science major or something or be a biologist, I don't need to know the kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus, species, and like domain, I think. And like it doesn't make sense to me because I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I don't need to know this. And then there's like obviously the history stuff, but I think history is cool, but still kind of unnecessary. And I know people say if you don't learn history, it will repeat itself. And I'm like, history repeats itself a lot in general, even if we do learn history. But like, I think it's cool. History's cool, but like, it's not something I'm just like, oh yeah, I love writing essays and taking Cornell notes and stuff. And like the grades stress you out. It's like I don't want to be graded on life when I'm not even going to use this in my life. They should teach us like taxes or something. How to file taxes, how to get a job, what to do if you're about to get evicted from your home. I don't know. Or like if you get a speeding ticket, what to do. And like English, I like English because I'm an author and like I need it for my authoring, my writing, whatever it's called. And like I get that. I love it, but like I'm not gonna like people who don't want to do that with their life, who don't want to be like an English major or like be an author or something or use writing in their career. I get it. They don't like it. They don't like writing essays. They don't like reading To Kill a Mockingbird or whatever else they read, Narnia 5 times. And like, I don't want to have to learn like stuff that I don't need in my life and then get graded on it. Like, I have to take Spanish. Like, you have to take a language course in high school because it looks good on your college application, I guess. I don't know. But like, I'm like, I don't really want to have to learn Spanish. Like, I don't understand Spanish. It doesn't click with my brain. Like, when I speak Spanish, I speak it with like an Italian accent. Like how I say it, like how I speak Italian words. I'm like, this is how my Spanish sounds. It sounds like I'm an Italian trying to speak Spanish, which technically, anyway, I don't know where my train of thought was going. But I do know that it is difficult for me to have that mindset of like, oh, I want to do this because I know it's going to be needed in my life, but I know it's not, in fact, going to be needed in my life. And I'm doing all this math homework and I'm like, this is terrible. What the heck is this? But like, honestly, it makes no sense to me. Like, I genuinely know not no, I don't know. I genuinely want to know what school systems think in their brain when they're like, "Oh yeah, we should definitely make students learn this stuff." Like they're not going to need this in life unless they choose to. But they should definitely learn this. Like they don't even teach theater at my school. It's like an extracurricular thing where like you have to select it to like join it to like do it after. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, basically, I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say, but now I'm forgetting. Load, brain. What else do people take that's like unrequired? All of the math courses, I feel like. I don't need to know calculus, geometry, all of that sort of stuff. Who wants to learn algebra just to find out? You just need the basics when you're graduate, like after graduating high school, when you're in the real world, all you really need is the basics. You don't need to know like the square root of 55. There's probably not a square root of 55. I mean it's not an even it's like not a whole number, but there's probably not a square root of 55. I don't know. I'm not a math geek. I like math when there's like an easy solution and I understand what I'm doing because it's like a puzzle for me. But like what else is there that like you don't have to take for life? I mean, I understand physical education. It just makes sure we're not like crappy teenagers just going by life like crazy people and not trying with our physical fitness. Like, I understand that. I don't necessarily like all the stuff you do in PE, but like middle school running, I liked it, but I hated it at the same time. I was like, this is terrible. And then I was also like, I love running, so we're doing this. And then there's like the sports you're like, oh, I like this, and then you want to join, and you're actually like, I'm terrible at this, or I just don't want to try. So yeah. And then there's all of the like extracurriculars you take. Like we have robotics, orchestra, band, other stuff. What else is there? I'm trying to go through my schedule right now, trying to see what I have. Oh, I don't like the fact that we're required to take math for like all the types of math. You have to take geometry and algebra 1 and algebra 2. It's like I don't need to know how to freaking know the diameter times the width equals the circumference of a circle or whatever it is. Like I want to know what's actually beneficial to my life, which is like how to do taxes, what the marketing system is like, how to buy a house, how to not get student debt loan thing. I don't know. But yeah, basically it's just like it annoys me cuz I'm like sitting here stressing over our homework. We're like all my friends and I were just like comparing homework. We're like, "Did you understand this?" Cuz I didn't. I want help because I don't understand this and I genuinely just need your help with this. Or like we'll be doing our history assignment and it's like all these notes and stuff and it's like, can you explain to me what we're actually supposed to be doing? Because I heard words, it just didn't make sense and I don't understand why it all counts. But it does, which is quite annoying. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a short rant. I might record another episode later about a hyperfixation of mine. I don't know. I'm waiting for some friends to get back with me. We might have a couple of guests coming up on the podcast later at some point in time. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be more enjoyable when I actually have like a guest on the podcast. Because other than that, it's just like me talking to myself And if I'm being completely honest, I do that a lot as I am. It sounds weird, but that's how I deal with my hyperfixations. I just will randomly start talking to myself. I'll be like, well, actually, this thing is more comparable to this, and then I'll just start doing research. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like the right now I'm not even talking about the topic, but it's more of like this was a short little rant that I wanted to just get off my mind because I've been talking about it a lot. I'm like, what is the point of this? But I want to get like feedback. I'm like, what should I rant about? Like, do you guys want to understand my hyperfixations? Like, what goes through my mind? Probably not. My friends deal with it all the time. I'm like, this is so cool. And they're just like, sure it is. Sure it is, Brooklyn. Sure it is. And I'm just like, it is. It's awesome. And then I realize it's a hyperfixation after. I'm like, I remember when I used to gather all the information on that. Speaking of which, hyperfixations. This is me just branching off topic. I know this has nothing to do with the topic right now, but it's fine since it was a short rant and I just want to, I don't know, do something with my life. I'm causing myself so much pain right now. I'm literally like, I'm gonna be so like bored. I'm gonna be editing the sound and I'm gonna be like, why did I speak so much? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, my hyperfixations. Like, I realize I'm sitting in bio and I'm like listening and like, we're learning about these like animals and like kingdom and phylum. And I'm realizing that most of my hyperfixations as a child came from wildcrats. We love wildcrats. Shout out to wildcrats, guys. I actually got a postcard from them when I was like a young age. Yeah. I sent them a postcard. Not a postcard, a letter, because I wanted to learn about raptors. They're my favorite, by the way. I love raptors. They're like awesome. I love raptors so much. Yeah. My favorite raptor is falcons. No, hawks. Hawks. My favorite raptor is a hawk. I love learning about like the different types. There's red tail. I'm getting off topic. I'm gonna start ranting about hawks all of a sudden. But yeah, most of my hyperfixations came from wildcrats and like PBS Kids and stuff. So yeah, I would like get it. I'd learn about these animals and I'd be like, oh my gosh, those animals are so cool. And then I'd learn all about them, like look them all up, and I'd be like, this is so cool. And like cats and stuff, they like, gosh, wild crats. Shout out to wild crats for my hyperfixations. Young ADHD me, undiagnosed and not knowing what a hyperfixation was. I was diagnosed with ADHD, but I had no idea what a hyperfixation was till like a couple years ago, like 2 years ago ish. I don't know. Once I did, I was like, oh, it makes sense now. That's why I did that. Oh, yeah, basically. But yeah, this was branched off. But yeah, basically, yeah, I want to know what you guys. I said basically, yeah, like 4 times, 5 times, 4 times, whatever. If you guys are keeping count. But yeah, basically, Oh gosh, I did it again. Yeah, I want to know like if you guys want to learn about my hyperfixations, I would love to rant about them. I just want to know which ones you want to know about. Like, do you guys want my book ones, my movie ones, my overall ones? I have animal ones. I have a lot. I go through them. Not my careers though. I think I get fascinated by stuff. Oh, and science. Science also caused a lot of hyperfixations. I realize I'm branching off again. So really get back in so we can finish the episode. Basically, yeah. I want to learn about not learn about you, but like I want to know what you guys want me to rant about. Like it could be something that you find interesting and we could share a mutual interest, or it causes me to go and research stuff, which I probably won't research. I will probably just have my phone out and be googling crap all the time. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll just be we'll research that. We'll be researching that. And yeah, I realize I have no idea what I was saying. Or it could just be like different topics you want us to talk about. Like I said, I will probably be finding more guests to have on my podcast if you guys have interest that I'm like, "Oh, I know a friend who would love to talk to me about that." But yeah, I might do an episode later. I don't know. Later. I'm kind of busy. And by busy, I mean I procrastinate. doing my actual stuff. Do your homework, guys. Don't fail. Anyway, but that's it. That's all of it for now. I'm back in school. I hope you guys are enjoying school too. It's lovely. Um, but yeah, this concludes the end of the whatever number episode this is. Thank you for sparing your time and ears to listen to Random Rants with Brooklyn. Hope to have you come back and listen again soon. If you have any suggestions for future rant requests or improvement ideas, let me know. Thanks and goodbye. Yes, I just read the exact same script ending. Have a wonderful day.